It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from here in Sao Paulo. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
11.
Williams in motion. Another run here with Harris. Harris on first down. He's not done. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 34-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Easy.
First and 10.
Here we go.
That's Washington, the man in motion. On first down, right back to Harris. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Go.
They'll give it to Harris again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Here we go.
They put Pickens in motion.
Alpha.
On the give, it's Harris. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone at the 21. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, son.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd down, here's Harris. This isn't going to work out much better either. Stop right at the line of scrimmage this time. No gain, tough sequence, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Gtowncapp.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Here's Tua to open with a throw. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, Gtowncapp taking a shot downfield for Smith.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
TX.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2.
Hey, get set. Whoa. Corner, whoa. 21G, 21G.
Again, it's Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
They're right here. Hey.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up.
32 stand.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. One more time with Mostert. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Come on, 2. Hey, 21 TX.
Tua gonna throw. And he's in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Play action now for Fields. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. We are through 1. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. We'll have more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Belts up. Ready? Go.
Now it's Harris. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Medic. 11. You got a mini base. Line up. Right.
Now, Fields. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They put Pickens in motion.
Extend. Right.
4th down. Fields. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he will get into the end zone. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers are on top. It's now 10-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Let's go.
Here's 2. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
EQ! West right fit. Go. Right.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, out, let's go. Chip clear. Go. Right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Here we go. Alpha. Press, punch right. Hey, can. Hey, can. Shot.
Fields now. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
Hey, 10.
Fields to throw for it. Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
Ready, shot.
The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more.
Solo left side.
They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. That's taken in by Achane.
Get to the line.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Watch it, Austin. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
He's right, no. Double one, high. Out.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your...
Mike Tomlin wants
Previous play is under review.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back in Sao Paulo after this.
Here we go, son. Hey, what?
Williams in motion. A give, and here comes Harris. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Trying left side, here's Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Ted. Hey, Ted. Angel.
They put Pickens in motion.
Watch right. Manny. Right.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He keeps it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Go ahead. Whoa. 21G, 21G.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown. And I believe the referee was...
Play is under review.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. First down. Fields. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack. And that flag is probably on the offense as well.
Still first down.
Here we go, son. 11.
Williams in motion. Fields. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Good.
They put Wilson in motion.
No muss. Hey, can. Up. Sack.
2nd down. It's Fields. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
They put Pickens in motion.
Go.
This time they stay on the ground. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. 4th down coming up. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's 1st and 10. Tua. Now he'll air one out. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. So we are at halftime here in South. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Tyreek now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. He's going to look downfield once again. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Tua now on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey, 21 TA. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Hill brought in motion. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They put Pickens in motion. A 1st down throw for Fields. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Need you. Here we go. West right fifth. Johnson. All right.
To throw is Fields. A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Tua going to give it to Achane, and he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Go ahead.
Run the draw with Achane. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. And he pulled it left. No good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Here we go.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Angel. Here we go.
A run with Harris. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Hurry up.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give left side to Harris. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Monday. Here we go, son.
Now Fields. That's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
These second half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
That's caught on the right side by Waddle. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10.
Number 1, high. Out, done. TX.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Number 1. Out.
On the ground is H.A. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Third and long. Here's Tua. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And the Steelers will take over here just past the 30.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of his defense.
And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
Here we go, son.
They put Wilson in motion.
Right.
On first down, right back to Harris. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Right.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Right.
Now, Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter.
Here we go, son.
Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's fourth down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
G. Ready.
Now it's Tua. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Ready.
Tua gonna throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Tua. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10.
Easy.
Fields to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Trust right. Hey, can. Hey, can. Right.
They go play action with Fields. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Hey, 551. Angel. Punch right.
They put Pickens in motion.
Right.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10.
Medic. 11. Right.
Fields. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
Here we go. No mas, no mas. Hey, can. Right.
Throwing is Fields. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go, son.
They put Wilson in motion.
Extend. EQ. Right.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
West right fit. Here we go, son. Go. Hey, never mind. Monday. Sit high.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Hey, can. Up, let's go. Chimps clear. Sit high.
Fields now. He'll take off again.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here we go, son. Go.
That's quickly out to Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. He'll try and run it here with Warren. He will have a Steelers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Go. Here we go. Easy. Right.
Back to throw is Fields. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. Here's Harris. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. On the give, it's Harris. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. It is 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Good.
He'll try to run with Harris. And he will score. Game on. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Another run here with Harris. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down.
All right, come on. Hey, 21 TX. Solo left Zion. Let's go. Solo left Zion. Go, go.
Back to throw is Tua. He'll tuck it and take off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Step. Watson, Oscar. Turbo 1, high. Set.
From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this will be incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Hey, get set. 21G. TX. Whoa.
Hill brought in motion.
Out.
They'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
A run out of the gun with H.N. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Once again, it's H.N. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Right. Longer, long.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Play action now for Fields. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back.
Oh, trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cater Kohu. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
21G, 21G.
Two and out on first down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So a win here for the Dolphins. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And are going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. A game to remember for the folks here in Brazil, as we say,
it's the National Football League on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the ball.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Wembley. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he found some... A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
No, we change it. We change it.
They've got a man in motion.
Go ahead. You at X. You at X.
4th down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Hey, middle.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Come on. Go. 13. Race up. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. Caught by Flowers. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Real quick.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Report.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Report.
Lamar back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Receiver in motion, headed right. From the gun, Jackson. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Slot man motioned over. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Opening carry for Devon Achane. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Hey, middle.
They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Hits his tight end on the corner route. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
It's all right. Hey.
Putting a receiver in motion. Henry running to the left. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Hey. Right shot. Go. Get out. Hey. Sit up.
Now Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
That's right. Ozzy. Sit up. Hey.
Man in motion here.
That's right. You change it. Sit up.
Jackson now, third and long. Touchdown, Baltimore! So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Dolphins and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series.
Get set.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Cover one high. Get
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Go ahead.
Running with Achane out of the gun. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. And they can go ahead and stay in.
Yeah, ready.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll be set up with third and only 1. Achane again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey! Out!
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Here's Tagovailoa. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, 21 TA.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Completed over the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Solo left Zion. Let's go. Solo left Zion. Step.
Here's Tua again. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two. Watch it, Oscar. Come on, one, high. Come on, two. Out.
Out of the shotgun, a gift to A.J. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
44. Ready. Hey, turbo one. Turbo one.
They motion the slot man right. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
He's right. No. 20, TX. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Escapes out to the left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game in the first half. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Holding. Offense.
You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Go ahead.
They send a man in motion.
Hey. Middle. Go. 13.
Now it's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Hey, report.
Trying again, following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. and it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Hey, middle.
On first down, Jackson. He's got top. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. They've got a man in motion. Another try following the sack. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They're now set for 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is Henry on 2nd. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. It's the Ravens with 7 to go here on 3rd down.
We changed it. No, we changed it. Go on, go.
Now it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What?
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Low. Corner, low. 21G.
2nd and 8. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First down throw for Jackson. Catch made by Mitchell. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
13.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Hey, report. What are you reading? Shut up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third.
Yo. Hey, middle. Hey, shot.
From the gun, Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
They send Hill right. First down, here's Tua. And in for the Miami touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. First down. Here's Lamar. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Now here's Lamar. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. Now we'll send you back stateside to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report all queued up and ready to go.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Gtowncapp. He was slicing and dicing this defense and wound up with 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins are back on offense. Gtowncapp out there once again. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 2, now Tagovailoa. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. To throw, Tagovailoa. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
Second down, Jackson to pass. Completed to Flowers. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, here's Jackson. Walker hauls it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Report.
Lamar throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Here's Henry running left. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up second and 2. Another run for Henry. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Now Jackson off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it second and goal. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4. That brings up third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Man in motion here. Third and goal, Henry. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Officially no gain on third and goal, so decision time now from the 5.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Buying some time right. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Tagovailoa from his end zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
They're right here. Let's go.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. He puts well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety, and those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Hey, middle.
They put Flowers in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. Shovel pass complete. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Report. Go. Get up.
And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
What?
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Come on, 3, kick. Watch it, Oscar. Come on, 1, high.
Slot man in motion right. Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Ready. TX. Long. Corner, long.
Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They put Flowers in motion right. Jackson now on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Go. No, we changed it. Go ahead. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. Getting out to his left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Hey. You at. Hey. Middle.
Man in motion, out of the slot. On 1st down, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And that's good yardage for the new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the gun, Henry. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Working quickly here.
Report.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Ravens down by only 3. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 4th down.
Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. A very short kick here from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Turbo 1 high, Turbo 1 high, 21G, 21G.
Setting up to pass. On target to Waddle. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now hang on. They want to take another look.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. He'll look to throw it. Brought in right side. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Miami. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Go ahead.
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. From the left hash, this will be from 50. It's running out of steam, and it falls just short. It's no good. And barring a miracle, we're set up for overtime.
That's the life of an NFL kicker, a chance to be a hero, and unfortunately, he can't end this one. And now, well, now it's incumbent upon his teammates to pick him up and maybe give him that game-winning opportunity coming up in overtime.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up, 1st and 10. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up, 1st and 10.
13. Hey, report. Cut.
Here he is to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore running its offense out now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First throw of overtime now. Flush down out to his left. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Dolphins surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. Wow. Stunned silence up here and stunned silence on that sideline, partner. I mean, a pick on the very first play of overtime. That one may have just decided this ball game.
Well, this offense now has to go out on that field and capitalize. It's got to pay off what the defense just did. This is called complementary football, Kate. Your defense goes out there and takes the ball away extraordinarily. And now the offense has got to find a way to finish this game off with points. You know, Kate, that may not seem like much, right? Just go 1 for 2 as a kicker. But it's a whole lot different just psychologically for these guys to see one go through because they may need him at some point later in this game.
So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Tottenham Hotspur. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
63.
Hurts trying again on second down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it at the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This will end up as a touchback. Now for the second time this game, we'll get a look at the Philly offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Ball Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63. Hey!
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Hey, 73. Hey, Michael Horner.
Hurts now from the gun. Goedert makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Good. Hey, Silver. Round up, Yeti. Delta.
Hurts throwing again. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
73.
Another try following the sack. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
63. No touch. Go Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63, bang! No touch.
Back to throw, Hurts. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Hey, 73.
First down from the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it down to a single point. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. So outruns their offense for the first time this game. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Let's go. Solo left Zion.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Step. Watch it, Oscar. Number 1, high.
Here's Tua. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Miami. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Sanders all set to send it away. that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First and 10 now from the 30. A play fake now hurts to throw. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Hey, field it.
We send a man in motion. From the 37. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Gotta figure out this third down here. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get two hands on it and take it the other way.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10.
Hey, come on, two. 20, TX.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
44, ready. Come on, two.
Second down carry for A-Chan. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He beams one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their early lead to 13. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Sanders all set to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Hey, let's go.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end.
Great.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second and pretty long here. Trying again following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Hurts to throw. Working the sideline. That's Goddard. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hurts now on fourth. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it yet again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. On third down, it's Hurts. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now Tua to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Miami touchdown. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Pass complete to Campbell. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. First and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Silver.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here's the snap on 4th. Chased out to his right. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
First down throwing for Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as a play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain, but that feels like a sack for those defenders.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Eagles pushing for a score before the break. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes again. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Escapes out to the left. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Great. Set.
Hurts. Barkley's got it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. Hey, 73. Hey.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Doesn't make the connection.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Hurts throwing again. He's got Devontae Smith. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Great. Set. Silver, set.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
That's into the hands of Barkley. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. This gets the first and more. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2.
Great. Set. No time.
Keeping it on the ground. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead.
Every once in a while, we don't have to confuse this game. Simply beat the man in front of you. Carry the ball over the line. Rushing football at its finest.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts.
Ready.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here before the half. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second.
Ready. Hey, 21 T8. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right.
Out.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He sends this one to the end zone. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Miami. Delta.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's got Smith. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Great. Set.
He'll throw it. He lets a heater go deep. Middle, brother. It's another interception. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustments to make during the break. Now it's back across the Atlantic to our studios in sunny Orlando. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. Two quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touch. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Step.
They send Hill right. First down, here's Tua. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Solo left Zion. Step. Watch it, Oscar. Double one high. Ready.
Second and 10 now. This one's taken in by Hill. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. All set up now for first and 10.
Okay. Double one.
Completes this one to Hill. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
Offense to the line for second down.
TX.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Right.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here.
Whoa.
Now with the play clock running down, Mike McDaniel signals for a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Ready, shot. Connor, long, 21G, 21G. Out.
Tagovailoa back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Tagovailoa to throw on 4th down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there.
63, 63, 63. No touch.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Great, set. Alpha. Slow Silver, ready? No touch.
Hurts looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Great, set. Carl Leviani. 73. No touch.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, easy. 63, back. No touch, set.
They motion a receiver left.
No touch.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And they pick him off again! And the Dolphins have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Going right back to Mostert. He finds space for a few yards that time. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Get set. Out.
They'll go again with Mostert. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive.
No touch, set.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
No touch.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Goddard makes the catch. Has some daylight through the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, 73.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And a man is there to knock that away. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now it's second down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Campbell hauls it in. And they had that one contained right at the line. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Hurts now from the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hey, 73.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
It's Mostert on second down. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards on that carry. They're left with 4th and 10. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Their offense ready to take the field now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
Tiger Swamp.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes the pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. This finds Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Able to find Dotson here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Hurts throwing again. That pass caught by Dotson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They'll throw it again. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the... And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His third total score this game. Now the Eagles will attempt another 2-point conversion.
73!
He's throwing for it! Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Dolphins will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. Well, they looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Hey, 21, T8.
Back now, pressure on its way. Getting out to his left. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Solo left Zion. Solo, let's go. Solo left Zion.
They send Hill right. Trying again, following the sack. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Dolphins about set to celebrate this win. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
Yeah. Watch it, Oscar.
They send Hill right. Tagovailoa facing third and long. On target to Waddle. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
All right. TX.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's loaded another one up. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles take possession of the football at their own 20 after the turnover.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Great, set. Sixty-three. Kyle Leviani. Go silver, right?
Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Hey, 73.
Desperation time here on 4th. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first.
Hey! Tiger Hornet! Kyle Leviani!
On 1st down, Hurts. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Silver. Great. Kyle Leviani! Yeti! Kyle Leviani! 73!
Here's Hurts. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Kyle Leviani! Alpha! 63! Kyle Leviani! Go silver, ready?
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it!
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Long.
1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready. 21G. Hey. Out.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Called in by Waddle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Finds his man, Waddle.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, 1 more snap to play here.
Hey, 21, see it.
Tagovailoa on first down. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here.